Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Today I wanted to touch on something, on a subject which is very well publicised at the moment, and it's also affected me. It's mental health. I, about 18 months, a year ago, had a little dip in my mental health. Nothing happened. I don't know why I was feeling the way I was feeling, but I credit photography partially for getting me out of the valley that I was in. So I've come up with 5 ways that photography can help, and not just help, but improve and also nurture your mental health. I wanted to share those with you today. So let's not beat around the bush. I've given them all individual titles so they're slightly easier to remember. And the first one is called Starting Over. Photography is a great way to actually get you out of the house, but it doesn't really matter what you capture on the camera itself. So often I'll come out with the camera and I'll just put the camera down. I'll just stop and just sit down and just take in my surroundings. What I mean by starting over is ridding yourself of that anxiety, if it's anxiety or depression or whatever part of mental health you're struggling with. The photography side of it doesn't really matter, but the photography pulls you out and gets you into the outdoors where you can listen to the surroundings, take them in, and sometimes just breathe, just concentrate on that breathing. Hopefully you can rebalance yourself and then go forward with a more concentrated mindset. Number 2 is focus. When I say focus, I mean focusing when you're doing different types of photography. If you're a landscape photographer, you'll be concentrating on a certain subject and looking at the light and waiting for the opportune moment for the best light with that subject. If you're on a street photography shoot, you might be a bit more in tune with the street, trying to listen to what's going on around you so you can capture the story of the street through that shot. So your mind is in tune with what's going on in the present, not full of worry and negative thoughts. Number 3 is a constant. When I say a constant, as well as meaning going out every week or on a specific day and making photography, if it works for you, part of your weekly routine, I also mean the gear that you use. I tend to use the same lenses quite a lot, but I also you've probably seen some of my Lego photography, I tend to keep a Lego figure in my bag all the time, because if there's nothing else to shoot, if I'm uninspired, I can take it back to basics and get my macro extension tubes out and take a picture of a Lego figure somewhere in whatever surroundings I'm in. But also having a constant place to go back to. So many times I've spoken to photographers who are uninspired, and that is a struggle. That struggle can weigh on your mental health quite a bit. So having a favourite place where you can always go back to, I think, is a really, really good thing to do. Number 4 is community. They say there's nothing like bad or life-changing news to find out who your real friends are. And unfortunately, I found that out the hard way when I started telling friends about my mental health issues. Quite a number of them stepped away, but that's fine. That's how they dealt with it and managed it. They're still friends. However, who really stepped up was the photography community. You guys, Facebook groups, but also meeting people in real life. People need people, like I've said in a previous vlog, and stuff like Insta meets, photo walks, and the events that I've run previously and will continue to run, hopefully, free events where people can just come along, meet like-minded people and talk about a passion that you both have. I think it's great, and it helps not only get you out but also have a support network, which, even if you're just talking about photography, it helps because it stops you thinking about other things, which I think is a great thing to do. So thank you everyone who has helped me over the past year or so. The 5th and final point I wanted to make is the journey. So often we focus on the end goal. In this case, it's photography, so the end goal is a photograph. But the therapeutic part of it is the journey, how we get there, the process of attaining that image, getting out, looking around, being at one with nature. I read some research that says the positive effects of being out in nature, so going for a walk, can stay with you for up to 7 hours. So that can set you up for the day. That can possibly set you up overnight if you have night issues. So yeah, hopefully some of these points resonate with some people. I know some of them overlap and it's probably not 5 individual points, But as I say, I hope it helps someone out there. If you want to know more about my story, I'm more than happy to tell people, just get in contact. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.